Hola, hola.
All right, thank you everybody for joining us today. We're going to be joined by several of our competitors from the Bellator 282 event, beginning here with Magomed Magomedov and Enrique Barzola. If you have any questions for these two athletes, please press the raise hand button now, and we will call on you. We'll get started here with Nolan. Nolan, if you have a question, your line is live.
Hey guys, I appreciate the time. For Magomed, you had the opportunity to keep a close eye on Enrique's play-in fight, his entry fight into the tournament. Were you impressed with what you saw from him against Nikita?
Магомед, тебе представилось посмотреть его первый бой своего соперника в Гран-при. Впечатлен ли ты им?
Я, честно сказать, так полный бой не видел, так как здесь, не было возможности, не показывали тут. И, так нарезки видел. Я уже давно в этом спорте, и чтобы там удивиться, такого ничего не было. Соперник крепкий, я это понимаю. Готовлюсь к этому хорошему, тяжелому бою.
To be honest, I didn't watch the whole fight. I watched the highlight of the fight. To be honest, I wasn't impressed too much. He's a tough opponent. Obviously, he good wrestler, good striker, but nothing special. I didn't saw anything special.
And for Enrique, you guys both obviously are very good grapplers, good wrestlers. Do you expect this to be a fight that has a lot of grappling, or do you think that could kind of cancel each other out and we'll see more striking out of you guys?
Hi, everyone. No problem for me. Magomed is other fighter. He's one fighter with a lot of experience, but for me, no problem because I'm ready. I believe in my team. I believe in my coaches, but I wanna smash him. This guy. It's my opinion. I believe in my time. It's my time, But I wanna kill this guy.
When you hear him say that he wasn't really impressed with your performance, do you think he's underestimating you at all?
No, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just focus for him. Magomed had good experience as Dagestan fighter, but for me, no problem because I training a lot with a lot of Russians. But with Kavit is here now. I training with a all time, but I know total respect for him. You know what I mean? I know the technique, the wrestling, the distance, the fight. I know because I got a sparring like too many fighters with Dagestan.
Thanks, guys.
Take our next question from Raul.
Hi guys, Raul here. My first question will be for Enrique. I'll go ahead and translate it. Hola hermano, gracias por el tiempo. Predijiste una victoria en la tercera ronda. ¿Cómo ves que termina esta pelea? You predicted a third round win. Can you predict how exactly you see this fight finishing?
My first opinion is I'm ready for 5 rounds, okay? But my mentally is I am ready for killing this guy in the 3 rounds. But I don't know if ready for fight in 4 or 5 rounds, but I'm ready for every rounds. But quiero someterlo o quiero acabarlo en el tercer round. Sé que puedo hacerlo. Tengo mucha condición, mucho gas, y así que voy a presionarlo del primer round hasta el último round.
¿Y qué tan difícil es contestarte en una pelea cuando están pasando tantas cosas en tu país, Perú? So how difficult is it to focus on a fight when so much is going on in your home country of Peru?
Now, I'm focused for him, for Magomed. I don't focus with the next picks or the $1 million. No. I'm focused for him, for Magomed. The problem with my country, my family is okay, my wife, my baby is okay, but now I'm really fucking focused for him. But quiero demostrar que estoy listo para él. Estoy entrenando muy fuerte. Me siento realmente bendecido por esta gran oportunidad con mi equipo. Y mi familia está bien allá en Perú, mi familia, mi hijo, mi esposa. Ahora estoy pensando en Magomed. No estoy pensando en mi otro rival, no estoy pensando en la final, no, estoy pensando ahora en Magomed. Y sé que lo voy a destruir en el tercer round.
Muchas gracias, hermano. My last question for Magomed. Your opponent being ranked number 10, yourself being ranked number 4. In your thoughts, what does a win do for your stock?
Магомед, твой соперник номер 10, ты в рейтинге 4. Что ты думаешь, победа над ним принесешь тебе в карьере?
Я, честно говоря, особо на рейтинге не смотрю. У меня соперник, он такой опытный, дрался в UFC, дрался с крепкими пацанами. И особо на рейтинге не смотрю. Кого поставить, с ними дерюсь.
To be honest, I don't follow the ratings lately because we're fighting in the Grand Prix, and I'm looking for the opponent, for his style and everything. Like, as I said, my opponent is very, very tough opponent, very experienced. He used to fight in Bellator or in UFC, in other major organization promotions. So I'm just getting ready for him.
Let's take our next question from Alfredo.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Perfect, thank you very much. I'm going to ask Enrique in Spanish, if it's okay with you. Enrique, un gusto saludarte. Primero preguntarte, ¿cómo ha sido la preparación para esta pelea? ¿Hubo algo que hayas cambiado en tu campamento? How was the camp for this fight? Did you change something for this fight?
En primer lugar, mi campamento sigue haciendo lo mismo. Mi equipo AKA, mi head coach Javier Méndez, mi preparador de Jiu-Jitsu Ron Kessler, y mi campamento igual. Ahora solamente 5 rounds, muy fuerte, muy intenso, muy agresivo. My count is the same, no? It's like similar count the last count in my fight, but now I'm ready for five rounds, no? But I'm gonna kill this in the 3 rounds. In the third round, I wanna kill this guy. Remember that.
¿Qué tan rápida fue la recuperación luego de tu última pelea, la primera del torneo? How fast was the recovery after the first fight of the tournament?
Gracias a Dios no tenía ninguna lesión, no tenía ningún tipo de dolor y he estado bien. Solamente estuve 2 semanas en Perú, miré a mi familia, me sentí motivado por mi hijo y volví a entrenar. En Perú también estaba entrenando. Thanks God, I don't have nothing injury, nothing pain in my body, my head. I come back in my country. I went to Peru just for only see my wife, my baby. I got a more motivation for me. But I was like a vacation 1 week. But this week I was training a lot. No, I was training just 1 full day, but I was training with run, with conditioning, more power. But went very fast for this day in my country. I come back AKA again for my camp.
Perfecto. Y la última de mi parte, ¿cómo ha sido la experiencia de ser parte de Bellator hasta ahora? How has it been the experience of being part of Bellator so far?
Me siento muy feliz, muy motivado por esta gran oportunidad. Realmente Bellator me dio esta oportunidad, confío en mi trabajo, sabe que soy un gran guerrero y que voy a ganar este torneo, pero ahora estoy enfocado en él. I'm so happy for Bellator, for this big opportunity, because I win these 2 guys, Dion Caldwell, these ex-Bellator champions, now Nikita, one young guy fighter, this like a young lion, I win both, but I'm ready for now for Magomed.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much for joining us. We're actually going to be bringing in our next competitors here with Mr. Sabatello and Mr. Higo. If you have a question for either of these two fighters, please press the raise hand button now, and we will take your questions in just a minute. We'll get started here with Nolan again. Nolan, your line's live.
Hey, my first question's for Danny. Danny, you have Leandro Higo in front of you. I think this was no surprise. You knew in the bracket who you were going to get. Now that you've had a little bit more time since your win, are you as confident in the matchup as you were when we talked to you on fight night?
Yeah, 100%. You know, Higo isn't a guy that I'm unfamiliar with. You know, growing up, I was always watching him. And somebody the other day told me that he's a jiu-jitsu guy, and I almost puked. I don't see it. I don't see how he has any threat to me. This is kind of a dream come true matchup just because he thinks he is a jiu-jitsu guy, and my pressure is just going to be too much for him. First off, he's got to make weight. I don't even know if he's going to make weight. Higo, you're looking a little fat. You going to make weight, or what's the deal? Or maybe he's acting like he doesn't speak English. I don't know. He's probably scared to talk to me, so he's probably acting like he's not speaking English. But yeah, I'm just going to smash him. I'm very confident in the matchup. It's going to be good. I don't think this guy is very respectful to the game. I know he misses weight all the fucking time. He missed weight his last 2 fights like a bitch. And I really want to punish him for it. So I see myself getting a win in various ways, but the main thing in this fight is just to punish him and to make him bleed. Again, he's very disrespectful to fighting and missing weight, and I'm not going to tolerate that. So I just got to punish him. So yeah, very confident in this matchup. And I'm going to go in there June 24th at the Mohegan Sun and just smash him.
For Leandro, obviously Danny brought it up there. The weight misses. Are you concerned at all? Like, should fans be concerned? Do you feel like you figured it out where we shouldn't? You know, you're not going to run into that issue again this time around.
Ele está dizendo que Danny falou que você, às vezes você não bateu peso. Se você está preocupado, se você descobriu qual era o problema e se resolveu isso.
Quem deve estar preocupado, quem tem que estar preocupado com o meu peso sou eu, né? Que ele tem que estar preocupado comigo. Dia 24 de junho. E não, tá tudo tranquilo, e espero que Sabatello não foque no meu jiu-jitsu, que eu não sou um atleta só de jiu-jitsu. Ele sabe disso, não sou só ele que só tem uma arma. Sou atleta que vai para a guerra com várias bombas na mão.
I think the one that should be concerned about my weight should be me. Sabatello should be worried about what I'm going to do to him in the cage. As far as my weight management is going, everything is on point. We figure out what we need to do. I'm much lower than I used to be. And about him saying I'm not a jiu-jitsu fighter, he's partially right. I'm not just a jiu-jitsu fighter. I have many skills at my disposal. I bring bombs to this fight, and he's gonna feel it. I can beat him everywhere in the game.
Have you been impressed with what Danny's shown so far? You know, his first 2 fights were pretty dominant. Have you were you impressed with what you saw, or do you feel like it's not something that you would have? It's stuff that you've seen before and will be able to handle once you're in there.
Você se impressionou com o que você viu dele? Ele fez 2 lutas no Bellator e foi bem dominante. É algo assim para se impressionar, ou que você já está acostumado, que não tem nada demais.
Nada demais, nada que eu não esteja acostumado. Já treino com vários caras do wrestling, e ele está lutando só com uns caras que não sabem nem fugir um quadril.
Nothing much. I've trained with guys better than him, better wrestlers than him. And the guys he's fought, he was only able to dominate them because they don't even knew how to hip skate. So to me, it's nothing.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I'll take our next one from Jay.
Hey, thanks very much. And Danny, you joined Twitter recently, and I believe your very first tweet was Leandro Higo sucks. And I'm wondering if you can elaborate on that. Was that more of the weight misses, or are there deficiencies in his game that you found that you attribute that comment to?
Yeah, everything. I just think he sucks as a person, and I think he sucks in the cage. You know, I don't think he's very good. he gets lucky with some of his wins. I've seen him against Ricky Bandeja, Sean Bunch, Darian Caldwell. He got lucky against Sean Bunch with his little bullshit guillotine. And yeah, I just don't think he's very good. I know he's been chirping at me a little bit, and I'm going to make him pay for that. But yeah, I've been thinking this guy sucks for a while. I've been wanting to fight him pretty much for a few years now. It's once again a dream come true matchup just because I've always wanted to fight him. You know, when people disrespect the sport and miss weight or take steroids and get caught, it's very disrespectful to me, and I take that very seriously. So whenever that happens, I want to fight the guy and punish him, and I get to do that. You know, with the weight misses, of course, I think he sucks because of that. But man, I'm just talking about his skill level. And not only does he suck, he's a huge pussy also. I don't think he's very tough mentally. You know, obviously, if you're missing weight, that there's a screw loose in your brain. You know, that should never happen. I've made weight my whole life. I've been wrestling since I was 5 years old. Never in my life have I ever missed weight. So he's obviously not a man. He misses weight too often, and I want to punish him for it. And then again, the skill set, you know, on the feet, he's not very good. He has no hands. And then on the ground, I don't think he's very good either. You know, he threatens with some bullshit jujitsu stuff, but I don't think it's going to be very much of a threat for me. And again, I just want to split his face open. I want to punish him. I want to make him remember our fight always. And this one specifically is just a little bit different because I don't think I've ever fought a guy that I felt was really disrespectful to the fight game. So I think this one's going to be pretty exciting. I want to get him dog tired and I want to punish him. You know, this isn't a fight again where I want to just go out there and finish him. I want to torture him first and then finish him. I see it a 4th round TKO. But before that, I want to fucking punish him in his little stupid ass fucking face. You know, we're lucky this is virtual right now, because if this was in person, I'd slap the fuck out of his face. So it's probably good that this isn't fucking in person.
Thanks, Danny. And for Leandro, when you hear this kind of talk, I mean, this isn't the first time Danny's had a few strong comments about an opponent, but do you take this personally, or do you see this as just part of the promotion, part of the fight game?
Ele fala uma merda e se contradiz com a mesma merda que ele fala, esse otário. Porque ele disse que queria lutar comigo, que me acha bom, e disse, o pessoal falou lá na entrevista que eu era um merda. Como é que eu sou um merda se ele queria lutar comigo? E questão do peso, eu vou bater o peso sim, cara. E vou bater o peso muito bem melhor do que você. E vou bater em você como nunca ninguém bateu em você. E essa questão de você dizer que vai rasgar minha cara, como é que você vai rasgar minha cara se você não tem punch, cara? Você passa 25 minutos em cima de um cara e você sai cortado. Para, deixa de falar besteira aí, cara. Você fala muita merda, seu otário. Eu não sou desrespeitoso ao esporte. Você que está desrespeitando o esporte, você não sabe o que é o esporte. Você chegou aqui agora. Eu vou acabar com você, seu otário.
It's funny how he say something and then he changed it. First, he said he was looking at my fights for a long time and saying that I was a great fighter and he wanted to fight me. And then he goes on his little bitchy rant and says that I suck and my skills suck. How is he gonna torture me or slice me open if he has pillow punches? He doesn't hurt anyone in his fights. He just lays on top of them. He goes there 25 minutes, 50 minutes, whatever, and the guys leave the same way they got in. He's the one that ends up leaving hurt. So I'm the one that has power. I'm the one that can hurt somebody here, and I'm gonna do that to him. I'm gonna beat him up like he was never beaten up before in his entire career. And as far as disrespecting the sport, he doesn't know shit of what he's talking about. He's the one disrespecting the sport. He doesn't have a martial arts attitude. He's only talking trash, and he just got here. He has no idea what this level is, and I'm gonna show it to him.
Yeah, I never said he was great. Translator, ask him how. He said that he's going to beat me. He poses no threat to me. Ask him how. How the fuck is he going to beat me?
Sabe como é que ele disse que não fala que você era ótimo e que como é que você vai bater nele? Você está dizendo que vai bater nele, como é que vai fazer? Ele quer saber.
Não, você não tem que querer saber. Você vai apanhar, só isso, cara. Você vai fazer o que comigo? Vai se jogar nas minhas pernas, no meu joelho? O joelho está aqui afiado para pegar você. Acabar com essa sua cara, essa sua voz insuportável, seu otário.
You don't need to know the details now. You just need to know that I'm going to beat you up. What are you going to do? Shoot on my legs? My knee is here waiting for you. Come and get it. Or I'm going to do so many terrible things to you, and you know, on fight time, I have a big surprise for you, and just wait for it, you piece of shit.
The knee's waiting for me. Thanks for telling me your game plan, dumbass.
All right, appreciate the time, guys.
Tá esperando por mim. Você acabou de dizer o seu plano, seu idiota. Você fala que
Sou idiota, só você acha que eu tenho só esse plano? Não sou você, cara, só tem um plano, um jogo de plano. You saw one plan. They just arrest you, motherfucker.
You think I only have one thing for you? I have many things for you. That's just the trust that I have for you coming. So come and find out.
Okay.
Hi,
We'll go-
Danny. Chris from MMA Islands. We've seen you dominate opponents over the course of 15 minutes multiple times. How excited are you to go 5 rounds for the first time in Bellator, where you have 25 minutes to torture your opponents and do everything that you said that you were going to do?
Yeah, fucking pumped. I'm very fortunate that this one is 5 rounds. That's kind of my fighting style, is to keep the pace high and to go as long as possible. Not only do I think I have the best gas tank in Bellator's 135 division, I think I have the best gas tank in fighting. So it just really favors me. You know, I think this is a guy that cuts a lot of weight, and he's going to feel the wrath of it too. You know, sometimes in a 3-round fight, you can just finish the fight and be having your lungs under you. But with 25 minutes, man, there's no running away from that gas tank. It's going to be great because once I get him tired, that's when the cuts and the slices are going to be open. You know, that first round, I think I could finish him in the first round, but again, I do want to torture him. You know, I want to give the fans a good show. I want to show them very high level fighting. And that's what I bring to the table. You know, something with my fights is I show that I'm just so much more better than these guys. I just straight dominate them. You know, I don't just get a lucky fluke submission or something like Higo does with some bullshit fucking guillotine or whatever. You know, I'm going to dominate him for all 5 rounds. Hopefully it doesn't go 5 rounds. I do think it's going to be, again, a 4th round TKO. But yeah, that fighting style of 5 rounds is me. You know, I was made for 5 rounds. If it were up to me, I wish it was 10 rounds so I could just play with him, take off his fucking head and play with it. But yeah, it's 5 fucking rounds, 25 minutes, and I just can't wait to just beat the shit out of him and slice him open. You know, going into this fight, my goal is to give him between 25 and 27 stitches, and I think I'm going to do that.
What would winning the Bellator title and bringing it back to the doors of ATT mean to you personally?
Yeah, it would mean everything to me because you know what? ATT is everything to me. You know, that's who I established myself with. That's the #1 best team in the world. And that would be just great. You know, obviously the Bellator bantamweight division is the best bantamweight division out there in sports. So it would just mean a lot. You know, when I do get that belt, it will be for the title. I don't care what anyone says. Sergio Pettis is a pussy. He didn't even make it into this tournament. So I will be the best Bellator bantamweight. And since I'm the best Bellator bantamweight, that would mean I'm also just the best bantamweight in general, just because you look at this division and it's so deep, such good guys compared to the other guys in the other promotions. So yeah, it would mean a lot. And again, I just need 3 more fights. I got Higo and then whatever to line up. And then again, it doesn't matter what Sergio says or anyone says about Sergio. The winner of this tournament will be the champion.
Along with being the best Bellator bantamweight, do you think that would make you the best Bellator trash talker as well?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you look at me and I think I'm the most electric guy in Bellator. People are going to be tuning into this fight because they either want to see me get my fucking head knocked off or they want to see me torture someone. Either way, it makes no fucking difference to me. You know, I know a lot of people are going to hate me, but a lot of people are also pussies. So it is what it is. I think people are going to tune in and just watch a really good show. Shut the fuck up, Higo. No one's talking to you. Yeah, so I do think I'm the best trash talker, but I also think I'm just electric. Not only am I talking outside of the cage, but I'm talking in the cage. I'm electric in the cage. My fighting style is splitting guys open. You see blood on the canvas. So I think it's just I'm an overall, all around, just good fighter to watch.
All right, we'll take just 1 or 2 more here. Dylan?
I appreciate you taking my call. My first question was for Danny because I was noticing there that Rafael Stotts was kind of indicating he would like to get you at some point in the tournament. Entertaining you get the ideal outcome in this one. Is that a fight you would like to see at some point?
Yeah, absolutely. Mainly just because people are already talking about it and they're saying that he's got good trash talk, which he has fucking terrible trash talk. All that kid does is stutter. But again, I do have to get in there on June 24th and take care of business at Higo. You know, this isn't a fight that I'm taking lightly, even though he does suck. But, you know, in fighting, anything can happen. People can slip on banana peels. Crazier stuff have happened in the world, you know, and I got 25 minutes. And if I slip up for just 1 second, it could mean lights out, but that's not going to happen. So I will face Rafael. It's going to be probably one of the best fights in Bellator history, just given the stakes and everything. It's going to be very exciting. Again, that guy's a guy that I don't think has very many skills, but I know he does like to talk trash. So it's going to be fun. You know, he does talk English, so it'll be good banter back and forth than it is with this fucking clown right here. But yeah, first things first, June 24th, I have to put on an electric show at the Mohegan Sun. I'm hoping to sell that bitch out. You know, if you're a fight fan, you got to go to that fucking arena. You got to feel it live, because when you see me fight live, it's different than on the TV. You know, obviously, if you can't make it live, you got to watch it on TV. But if you're in that arena, it's going to be electric June 24th.
Yeah, and just as a quick follow-up too, because I mean, you were talking about ATT a bit earlier, and they seem to have a strong connection with AEW there. I feel like you would be one of the more natural fits to cross over there. Is pro wrestling of any interest in the future?
Yeah, right now I need to accomplish my goals in fighting. You know, I got big goals in fighting. I want to be the best for a while. I want to dominate these motherfuckers. I don't just like winning. I like torturing them and dominating them. So I got to do what I got to do in fighting, and then who knows after that. You know, I don't like to plan too much for that. All I really care about right now is fighting. All I think about is fighting. All I train for is fighting. I don't even give a fuck about fake wrestling, any of that, nothing. Right now, my whole focus is beating the shit out of this fucking pussy right here, this little bitch. And then that's it. You know, maybe I will go into WWE or AEW or whatever it is. But right now, all I'm focused on is beating the fuck out of Higo June 24th in Connecticut at the Mohegan Sun Arena.
All right, we'll take our last question here from Raul, and then we'll get to Mousasi and Eblen.
So I just have a quick two for Danny. Number one, is it draining to always take a fight so personal, or have you always been like this since your time at Purdue?
Yeah, everything's always personal. I don't care if it's a thumb war. If we're playing pinball, it'll always be personal. Someone's trying to beat me. Fuck that. That's not going to happen. And I'll do whatever I can in my power to win. But you know what? We're in fighting, man. So this guy's trying to take out my lights. You know, we're on fucking TV in front of my friends, family, teammates, coaches. I'm not going to let that happen. It's very fucking personal, especially with this one with Higo, because he's been talking some shit. And again, it's a guy that misses weight all the time, which is very disrespectful to fighting. So it always is personal, but this one I think is just a little bit more personal. I get myself jacked up. You know, I'll wake up in the middle of the night, I'll start shadow boxing, picturing Higo's face and just fucking smashing it. It's hard to sit here right now and look at this guy's face, honestly, and not just go nuts. But yeah, this one's personal. It always is personal though. And June 24th, I'm just going to fucking slice open his little bitch ass face.
And last one, I think it's a perfect ending. In your opinion, what does the headline read after June 24th? Are you expecting to steal the show, or for better words, shock this world?
Yeah, you know what the problem is? I was shocking the world on my come up, but I think a lot of people are getting intelligent with my fighting style and my fighting IQ and my ability. So I don't really know if it's going to be shocking the world. I like being the underdog. I wish I was the underdog in this fight, but it just doesn't seem like it's going that way. I think the headline is Sabatello continues to dominate while slicing open his bitch ass opponent. But yeah, I would like to be the underdog. I don't think I am. People are being more familiar with Danny Sabatello and what I bring to the table. So I don't know if I'll be the underdog, but either way, I think the headline is Danny Sabatello dominates again.
All right. Really appreciate the time from both Danny and Leandro. That concludes our session with these two gentlemen. We'll bring on our middleweight world champion, Gegard Mousasi, and undefeated title challenger, Johnny Eblen. If you have any questions for either of these gentlemen, please press the raise hand button and we will call on you. We'll get started here with Jay. Jay, your line is live.
Thanks very much. And first of all, for Gegard, I mean, in Johnny, here you have another ATT guy, another undefeated guy, another wrestler. You've seen something like that recently in Austin Vanderford. So do you see this as a markedly different challenge? And have you taken anything differently in terms of training?
Oh, no. Last two opponents, similar style wrestlers, take you down, hold you ground and pound. So basically, I've been training for a guy like him for a year almost now. So nothing new.
And for
hey,
Johnny,
really quick, sorry to interrupt. Gegard, if you don't mind, could you turn your phone sideways for us, please?
Yes.
Thank you very much. All right, go ahead, Jay.
There you go. Thanks a lot. And for Johnny, I mean, obviously, Gegard's been around forever. You're very familiar with him. What did you take away from his last performance and from his last few? And do you see him as, still being as good as ever? Has he evolved?
Yeah, of course, he's one of the best in the world. I didn't take too much from his last fight with Austin, but I took a good amount from the previous fight with Salter. But I've been studying a lot of his past fights, not just the last two.
And you are the human cheat code. Have you seen anything in terms of holes in his game and anything where you can capitalize on?
Oh, for sure. There's a lot of things that he does in every fight. I'm looking to capitalize, and I'm going in with a game plan.
And for Gegard, one last one. I mean, every time you're in front of the media these days, you inevitably end up asked about Yoel Romero. And recently he said he wants to come back to 185. If you two fight, he wants it to be for the title. Is that something that, if all goes well against Johnny, that would interest you?
Yeah, definitely. I haven't looked past this fight. There's Corey Anderson and our Russian friend, I don't know the name. And Yoel Romero is in there. As a middleweight, I would like that. But let's see how this fight go first,
Move on to Santiago.
Greetings from Amsterdam. Thank you for the time, guys. Gegard, Scott always talks very respectfully about you and your legend status. This is going to be your third fight in just 10 months' time. That was the only thing that was missing for you here, right, Gegard? Fighting on a regular base as a champion?
Well, yeah, they're going to keep me busy. So if things go well, not injured, I'm going to fight the end of the year probably.
Gegard, you told me months ago already you couldn't fight Anderson Silva because he was going to fight Jake Paul. That seems to be happening now. They both ran away from you, right? Why they don't want to fight you? Are they scared?
No, no one is scared. I think it's a bigger fight. And they keep me busy in MMA. So we're going to do what we have to do, and then maybe bigger things will come.
Gegard, when you stop fighting at 185, will it be over immediately? Will you go to 205, stay there, don't move down anymore?
I don't know. No, 205 is not my division. I go there just to grab the belt and do what I promised. And then, I don't know. We see. I'm not looking past this fight. Next fight, I don't know who's going to be there because Yoel Romero is busy. Corey Anderson going to rematch. So I don't look past this fight. Let's see how this goes.
And then last one for me, Gegard. You won't have the Dublin crowd behind you. That was beautiful, your last walkout. Now you're in America. What is the future for you? What does it look like? More Europe? Did you like Europe, or do you like the States as well?
I don't know. If they give me a fight, whatever. I don't care. But Holland, hopefully one day. That would be nice.
Good luck to both guys.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Nolan?
First question is for Johnny. Man, we've seen you grow as a contender and build up way up the ranks. Now that you're on the poster and you're fighting a legend like Gegard Mousasi.
What was that? I think you cut out.
Oop, I think they muted my mic again. We've seen you climb up the ladder, so to speak, but this is the time that you're on the poster, you're fighting a legend in Gegard Mousasi. So is there anything mentally different that you have to do to prepare for this, to just kind of be able to go in there and absorb the moment?
Not really. I've kind of been, every fight I've prepared for is like a title fight in my head. So nothing really different. I approach everything the same. Obviously, I'm fighting Gegard, better opponent, but I approach every training camp the exact same. Like I'm fighting a Gegard or I'm fighting someone in the top fucking 5 in the world. So nothing different on my end.
And, obviously he's super seasoned. He's fought everywhere. He's fought some of the biggest names. And for you, I mean, you're a few years into when people were introduced to you. So naturally, I think there's a lot of people out there that are kind of leaning with Gegard without even studying you. Do you kind of like that sort of thing? Like, do you feel like people are overlooking you at all?
Yeah, for sure, man. I like being the underdog. I really don't mind it. I really don't care, because the only thing that matters is when I'm in that cage and I'm putting on a show and I'm showing what I'm really capable of with high-level opponents. People that know me, people that watch me train, people that watch me spar know what I'm capable of. I haven't really shown what I'm capable of with high-level opponents like Gegard. That's why I'm really excited to put on a show and fight him for 5 rounds.
Gegard, you have a very rare opportunity here to hit 50 wins if you were to go out there and beat Johnny. Does that mean anything to you, those sort of accolades, or is it just another one in the bank and you don't really care about those sort of things?
No, it means something, but I'm not planning to stop after this fight. So it's nice to be have the 50 victory and move on. But not like I don't really think about that, you know.
Yeah. And if you know, regardless win or lose, this is number 59, I think, MMA for you as a pro. So at this point in your career, is there anything an opponent can throw at you that you haven't seen before?
Well, definitely. I think he's undefeated. There's a lot of things I haven't seen from him. You know, I haven't seen him on his back. I haven't seen him go 5 rounds. So who knows? We'll see.
Thanks, guys.
You go to Raul.
Hi guys. My first one's gonna be for Gegard. Right now, you're ranked number 3 on the Bellator pound for pound list. Do you believe an impressive and dominant performance could move you up to number 1?
I don't look at those things. I don't mind. You know, number 3 is fine.
Mm-hmm. And then for Eblen, are there any feelings from you or maybe inside the camp that maybe this title shot is coming a little too soon? I know after your last victory, there were a little bit of rumblings.
Nah, I think we're right on the right path. I think this is the next best fight for me.
All right, we'll go to Dylan.
Appreciate you taking my call. My first question was for Gegard, because historically you've gotten in great work with Rainier de Ridder, and he's readying to defend his championship there in July. Can you speak to the importance of getting in great work with a fellow world champion at middleweight?
Well, yeah, he's a middleweight, light heavyweight, double champ at ONE FC. I'm training with heavy guys. They're all heavyweights, under 10, that's 240, you know. I can deal with those guys. So it's going to make me only better when I fight in middleweight.
For sure. And then just a follow-up question to Johnny. I'm just wondering if you can speak to the importance of functional patterns and as far as like how that underpins your martial arts techniques.
For sure. It keeps me keeps me training at a high level. I'm not really sidelined with injuries. It's a great training program that keeps me healthy and moving better and getting better as I age.
Appreciate you taking my call. Thanks for the insights.
No problem.
All right, we'll take our last question here from Mike Heck.
Hey, this question is for Johnny. Johnny, I know how much the John Salter fight meant to you. You really wanted to go in there and make a statement against him in particular, because you've talked about maybe having some things lined up earlier. They didn't come to fruition. You felt like he was sort of, I don't know if ducking's the right word, but he just didn't put pen to paper. Was that performance satisfying enough for you to, I mean, obviously the aftermath plays out nice because you get a title fight, but what did that win mean to you? Did you get the satisfaction you wanted to out of that fight outside of just getting a win?
Sure. I wish I could have went a little bit longer, went 5 rounds with him. Honestly, that would have been fun. I wish I was a main event against him. Got more time in the cage with him, got to beat him up a little bit more. But yeah, it was satisfying. It was good. Completely dominant, beat his ass. It was fun. Got paid. Now I'm on to a title shot.
And you've talked about the importance of fighting a guy like Gegard, what that means to you, fighting a legend like that. What will beating him, having a title wrapped around your waist, what will that mean to you? Have you allowed yourself to think about that moment, or are you just trying to take things one moment at a time heading into the fight?
I take it one moment at a time, but yeah, of course I've thought about it, and it's going to solidify my name. It's going to start my legacy. I mean, I think I've already started my legacy. I think people are starting to take notice, but this is really going to put a big exclamation point after my name. People are actually going to be talking about me, especially what I'm going to do to Gegard. I'm excited to put on a show and showcase all my skill sets on a high level guy like Gegard.
And what do you plan on doing to Gegard? What's the prediction here?
Punch him in the face, take him down. You know, we're going to go in a fight. We're going to scrap.
Don't hurt me. Come on. Don't hurt me.
Hey man, you're going to try to hurt me. I got to take your head off. You're going to try to take my head off, man. No, I think it's going to be fun, man. Cause I like Gegard's style. There's things I like about it. There's things I can do based off his style. I'm sure he's thinking the same thing about me. The only thing is there's not very much film on me. And yeah, yeah, man, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be fun. Don't think I'm just gonna come in and wrestle with you, bro, because I'm a lot more than a wrestler. I know you. The last two guys you fought were wrestlers, but I'm a
No
little bit different.
problem. No problem. You know, I'm training on wrestling now, so I haven't trained really on my stand-up. So
Yeah, your
hopefully,
stand-up's good.
it's gonna be a good fight.
Similar to me, I don't have to really train my wrestling too much. You know, I've been doing it since I was 4. So
Good luck. Yeah.
yeah, you too, brother.
And last thing, Gay guy, I might as well ask your prediction of the fight. You've been pretty good with these predictions. You've been almost spot on the last couple of these. So I'm just curious the way you see this fight playing out in a few weeks.
A fight is a fight. Sometimes you go in there, you have the hardest fight. Sometimes you finish in 1 round. You know, I can hit him with a clean shot, just with better timing, and I finish it in 1 minute. Doesn't mean I'm the better fighter. So I don't know. We'll see. But I'm coming to finish. That's you know, I talked to Scott, and you know, my performances against Douglas Lima and Machida were not appreciated. So we have to put on a show, and if Eblen comes to fight, that's gonna be even better. You know, it's gonna be a good, exciting fight.
So have these last ones been appreciated, you feel?
The last two were
last
finishes.
couple?
So yeah,
You
the
feel more
last 2 were
appreciated?
finishes. So we're gonna go for the finish.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Best of luck on the 24th.
Thank you.
All right, and with that, we'll wrap things up. Thank you very much, Champ Gegard. Thank you, Johnny, and thank you to all the media that joined us today. These fights obviously take place Friday, June 24th at the Mohegan Sun Arena in Connecticut, and look forward to seeing you fight week. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Problem.